We started Komji back in 2015 in a response to a need that we saw in Keren's life. Because Keren had graduated high school and there weren't many services available for her to transition to college or a job, we had to kind of figure out a way for her to be engaged and productive. So we kind of tried to identify things that would interest Keren, and something that was a consistent aspect of her life was art. And so we decided to take a small step forward by designing greeting cards and producing that and selling that to the community as a way for her to be integrated and engaged as a young adult.
Hello everyone, my name is Keren Im. I made the cards at the letterpress studios. I made different designs. I hope my people likes my cards. I will never give up and do my best. I hope that you will never give up too.
So I've had the chance to meet and hear about different stories of families, just various families across the United States who have tried to address this issue of unemployment for people with disabilities through this entrepreneurship small business model. And what I've noticed as I've cataloged those stories is that a lot of it is parent driven. And in our case, it is sibling driven. Something that might interest you about the sibling bond is that it is within the family structure, it is the longest lasting bond that a person carries through their life. And that was something that really realizing that fact made a really big impression on me in terms of the potential role and impact that I have on Keren's life. And so what better way to maximize that than to work together and be productive together and be engaged in the community together. What has been really fun about this endeavor with Keren is being able to spend some time with her in a different capacity, because when we let's say go to a craft show, it's more of a partnership kind of dynamic rather than when I'm at home and I'm complaining about her not doing the dishes or she's complaining about me not doing the dishes. So being able to work together and be engaged in the community together is a lot of fun.
I sketch on my sketching notes. I go to letterpress studio. Want to print them one by one.
And here's one that she printed.
I hope you like my cards. Please enjoy it.
So one thing that we're both aware of is that what Keren is experiencing is not just her experience. It's reflective of the experience that many young adults with autism and various forms of disabilities face when they turn 18 and graduate high school. And so our hope for the future, we're not quite sure when we'll get there. We hope that we do get there eventually, but we are keeping our eyes out for ways that we could mold and shape our business so that it doesn't just stop with Keren, but it can go beyond her and possibly include others who are impacted by special needs. We hope to inspire a perspective for those in our community of the value that people with disabilities have. Beyond just their presence, they can actually do work and contribute and be a part of the neighborhoods that we're in. We'd actually love to have mentors because we are quite new at this small business game, and so any advice that any of you who are more seasoned in business have for us, we would love to talk to you. A temptation that I often feel in navigating the world is the temptation to evaluate people according to economic terms, whether that's whether that's their productivity level or how much money they can bring in. And within a paradigm like that, it's very easy to marginalize and devalue people with special needs. So by being an advocate, that would be reminding your friends at school or your colleagues at work that people with special needs, despite observation, they have something to offer, they have value that they can bring to the table. And being a friend would mean reaching out to those in your life who have special needs and hearing them out, finding about their story and what interests them and what challenges that they face. And you'll often find that their experience is very similar to yours, it just looks different on the outside. And so just by being advocates and by being a friend, the church can really change the culture and change the perspective that the world has on people with special needs.
Thank you for listening to our story.